हेलो गाइस, स्वागत है आपका कंटेंट मॉन्स्टर्स के एक और एपिसोड में। और आज के इस एपिसोड में हम रिव्यू कर रहे हैं एक वेब सीरीज का, और इस वेब सीरीज का नाम है बॉम्बे बेगम्स।
Survival is a battle for every woman.
बॉम्बे बेगम्स हाल ही में रिलीज हुई है नेटफ्लिक्स पर अराउंड एक हफ्ते पहले। और ये कहानी है 4 औरतों के बारे में, 4 women who come from different strata of life, एंड ये रोल्स प्ले कर रही हैं पूजा भट्ट, शाहना गोस्वामी, अमृता सुभाष एंड प्लबिता बोरठाकुर। All 4 of them are coming from different backgrounds. Pooja Bhatt is playing the role of Rani Singh, who is the CEO of Royal Bank. Shahana Goswami plays her deputy. Plabita Borthakur plays a new intern who's just joined the bank and who wants to go her way up the corporate ladder. And Amrita Subhash plays the role of a sex worker, and how her life gets entangled with that of Pooja Bhatt is what forms the crux of the story. There is a 5th female character, Adhya Anand, who plays the role of Shai, which is Pooja Bhatt's stepdaughter, and she kind of plays the role of a sutradhar throughout the web series. Let's start with what is good about the web series. What's good is the great ensemble cast that the directors have put together. Apart from the 4 female protagonists that I just mentioned, this show also features Vivek Gombar, Manish Chaudhary, Danish Hussain, Imad Shah, Rahul Bose. It's a very stellar star cast which holds the entire show together, and so that clearly is one of the biggest strengths of this show. The other good thing I'd say is that it wraps up in 6 episodes. They're fairly longish episodes, but at least they don't go beyond 6 episodes. Otherwise, some shows tend to drag too much. They run into 8, 9 and 10 episodes. So that's the good part, that this is wrapped up in 6 episodes. Now, what clearly doesn't work is that it to a great extent is trivializing corporate life, especially situations like the way Royal Bank goes about buying or acquiring a company with such little attention to detail. It's not so easy for a CEO to just ride over its own compliance team and ride over its own advisors and subordinates and go ahead and buy a company that the CEO deems fit. Process is fairly detailed. It's not as haphazard as is shown in the show. So to that extent, I think corporate mergers, acquisitions and the way corporate life is fairly trivialized. It's not as simple. The other thing which in one way could have been a strength, but to me it works as a weakness, is there are too many issues that the show is trying to address. Now it talks about infidelity, it talks about corporate politics, it talks about how a woman CEO has to constantly grapple with a male dominated board, how she rides over it. It talks about how a prostitute longs for respect and a better future and career for her children. It talks about growing up pangs, especially where Pooja Bhatt's stepdaughter is concerned. It talks about discovering your own sexual orientation, as is the case of Plabita Borthakur in the show. It talks about how a career woman is constantly grappling between extending a career or throwing her great career away when she's expecting to be a mother. So these are too many topics. These are relevant topics. It's good that a show is talking about these topics, but the problem is, in a 6-episode series, these are too many topics to touch upon. And what's eventually happening is the show is just skimming the surface as far as each of these topics is concerned, and it's not delving too deep into any of those topics. And therefore, the kind of depth and the kind of gravitas that one expects from a show that is touching so many topics is clearly missing. And so if you're expecting to be fairly moved by the end of the show, or if you're expecting a moment of enlightenment, or if you're expecting that there will be an emotional upheaval by the time the show ends, nothing of that sort actually happens. You're not moved by a lot of things that you ideally should be moved about, especially when topics of such nature are touched upon. Now, the show is co-written and co-directed by Alankrita Srivastava and Bornila Chatterjee. Alankrita Srivastava has touched upon such female-centric themes in her earlier films, and Bornila Chatterjee has directed a film called The Hungry. One would expect them, to handle some of these topics possibly in a way which would move their audiences. That, to me, is a big drawback. That hasn't happened. Also, in a sense, too many things are a matter of convenience here in the show. For instance, Pooja Bhatt's character in the end randomly talks about the fact that she had to face molestation and sexual harassment at work, and she does it after 25 years of that incident happening, and more importantly, she herself has been guilty of brushing off these instances under the carpet while she has been a CEO, and then all of a sudden towards the end there is a moment of enlightenment, and everything just comes together, and everything is picture perfect when all these four protagonists and Pooja Bhatt's stepdaughter Shai just come together for a selfie, and all of a sudden everything's fine with all these women who were constantly struggling with their everyday lives. All of this clearly seems very contrived and filmy, for want of a better word. Even other situations, like how can the CEO of a bank just on a whim decide to give a massive loan to a prostitute just because her stepson had physical relationships with her, and he has knocked off the prostitute's son in a car accident, and now just to cover up the crime she's giving a major loan to the prostitute, and even going to town by arranging a massive PR conference around it. What surprises me, how come nobody actually shouts at the son's character as to how he could do such a thing? How could he run away from a crime scene by knocking over someone with his car? How come nobody is trying to drive some sense into a 12-year-old's head when she's snorting cocaine at a birthday party? So it all seems so strange. I mean, eminently successful, independent woman, and then they resort to such tactics, and if the idea is to portray strong women, some of those women are clearly not strong characters. Even if you look at the character of Shahana Goswami, who's playing Fatima, and is clearly not happy in a marriage. She, is clearly cheating on her husband, and yet she wants to be with her husband and let him suffer in a loveless marriage. It's again, given the fact that she's supposed to be an independent, career-minded woman, it's quite strange that she's not walking out of such a marriage. So there is a clear dichotomy here. I mean, are these women really as strong and as independent as they are possibly being made out to be, or are they not? Because that character development has clearly not happened here. So these situations clearly, seem to jar a lot. In terms of what I said were the strengths of this show, and which is the performances, two performances for me clearly stand out and have really held the show together. One is Amruta Subhash, who's played the role of the prostitute. She's clearly very uninhibited, such a flawless performance. She clearly is actually the queen amongst all the characters. She really stands out, and she lights up the screen whenever she's on screen. Hats off to her, lovely performance. The other character who's again given a fantastic performance is Plabita Borthakur, as someone who comes from a small town and is constantly, struggling to find her place in this corporate setup, who's constantly daunted of being someone who's come from a small town and who's not from a great MBA college, and the struggle that character faces within corporate life, and also the struggle that the character faces in her own personal life, because she's confused about her sexual orientation. As a very complex character like that, Plabita Borthakur has given a lovely performance. I think these two are clearly the standout performers for me. Pooja Bhatt in her comeback show has again given a very good performance. Possibly not as great as these two, but I think you have to give her that benefit, given that she's coming back on screen after a long time. She isn't a regular actress to start with. Pooja Bhatt has again delivered a very good performance. The rest of the star cast is also very good, but to me, these three clearly stand out a lot. Now coming to the fifth female character here, who, like I said, plays the Sutradhar through the show, which is the character of Shai, played by Adhya Anand. Again, it seems very strange for someone who herself is so confused, as a part of her growing up pangs that she faces. Suddenly, for someone like her to play the role of a Sutradhar and, spout such dialogues which are so heavy, which clearly seem like someone who would be a very mature person, seem very strange, because her character is nowhere near as mature as some of the dialogues she spouts as part of the Sutradhar. So that again is very strange Especially when she says that a grown-up woman's body inhabits her own young body. I find it strange given what she does towards the end of the show, which is fairly immature for a 12-year-old. There again, I think, and Pooja Bhatt's stepchildren, more than the characters that they play, if the idea was to show them as confused, they're nowhere, confused. In fact, what I would call their characters as would be clearly spoiled brats. So again, those characters don't seem to be very well developed. Pooja Bhatt's character, to that extent, is fairly sharp. She's someone who's juggling a corporate life, who wants to, ensure that her bank is very successful, and she wants a successful relationship with her stepchildren, and that's where she's suffering. Apart from the fact that she herself is in a loveless marriage, given that her husband is not able to forget his first wife, but he still continues to enjoy a great relationship with Pooja Bhatt's character, and he's even prepared to forgive her for her infidelities. So it's clearly Pooja Bhatt's character, along with that of Amrita Subhash and Plavita Borthakur's, which is the most well developed, and therefore it's very clear why they seem to stand out more than some of the others. My rating for Bombay Begums would be 5.5 on 10. It would actually have been 4.5 had it not been the superb performances by some of the cast and crew of the show. The story, the screenplay clearly lets them down, and so does the direction. Like I mentioned, there are many inconsistencies, from the way corporate life is depicted to some of the inconsistencies in the characters that clearly jar with the audiences. And then all of a sudden, a happy ending which comes out of nowhere is just a bit jarring. So that's my rating for the show, and that's, like I said, because of the strong performances of the cast and crew. I hope you liked our review today, and for more such reviews, please do keep coming to our channel, Content Monsters. If you liked our video, please do subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.